I got one more place. I'm going to share it one more time to Rocky Mountain comic book fans.
There you go. What's up, everybody?
Hi, everyone. No, I'm trying to do it as... There we go. Perfect. Good Friday afternoon.
Wearing my Aquaman bands.
There you go, that's right.
Lads.
Dom got poked and prodded and went to the doctor, and they said nothing's wrong with your voice.
They said I could see a specialist.
But dude, you have a beautiful, sweet mouth. So
That's exactly what they said.
those plump lips of yours.
Why a banjo was playing in the background? I have no idea.
You got a pretty mouth, boy. All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. It's Friday. It's 1:43 in the afternoon. We're coming to you a little later than normal, but that's okay because we are still here to talk to you about Final Order Cutoff. But we'll do that after this short introduction.
What's your plan for tomorrow? Are you a leader or will you follow? Are you a fighter or will you cower? It's our time, take back the power. What's your plan?
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Austin, I'm feeling better. My voice has nothing to do with it. I just can't talk. He was asking.
You'll get there.
I'll get that. Look at that head banging.
Sorry.
That's beautiful.
Sorry. So welcome everybody. We are here to talk to you about Final Order Cutoff Roundup, or FOC Roundup, if you like to abbreviate things. We've done this show for a while now. Hopefully you're all familiar with it. If you're not, that's okay, because that's what we're here for.
17th.
So, 17th what?
Show.
Is it really?
Yeah.
17th FOC show?
Yeah, man.
Wow. It's like old hat nowadays. Final Order Cutoff is something that I do as a comic book store owner every Monday, and it's due every Monday, and it is our last chance as a comic shop to adjust our numbers on books generally about a month before they ship out to us. In theory, all comic book shops should be doing FOC because it just allows you to tighten up your numbers a little bit and make sure that you get your requests in and all that sort of stuff. If I had to just order based off of initial order, man, that would be
a mess.
It's already screwed up. Like, the whole process is screwed up enough as it is, but that would be even worse. So what FOC allows us to do is it allows us to look at sell-through on some of this stuff and then make decisions based on ordering and all of that sort of thing. So that's why we're here. That's what we're here to talk to you about. These are all comic books that are going to be on Final Order Cutoff this coming Monday, January 13th. Most of these books that we're going to go through here are going to be in stores on Wednesday, February 5th. Of course, sorry. So if you see anything that you like as we're going through this whole spiel here, make sure that you let us know if we are your local comic shop. If we are not your local comic shop, let the fine folks at your local comic shop know that you want to order this stuff before the end of the day on Monday. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is technically the actual cutoff for all of this stuff. We say 5 p.m. Mountain because I don't want to have to keep coming back to the store to do cutoff and get special orders in. So we ask that you guys let us know before 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Monday that you have your orders into us, and that I don't want to say guarantees because stuff always happens, but that ensures that the copy of the book that you are asking for will be ordered for you. So, we can't help damages that come in from the shipments when they're shipped via UPS or packed improperly by Diamond themselves, but it at least ensures that the books that you want are ordered for you and hopefully will show up for you in perfect shape. So let your local store know by Monday the 13th. We say again 5 p.m. for us. And then our little caveat for all the stuff that we're going to roll through, if you would like to subscribe to any of this stuff, which means that you want to add that title to your hold slot so that you get all of the subsequent issues of that book, please comment sub with the title. So if you want to subscribe to Batman, for example, you can say sub Batman, and we will get Batman added to your hold slot so that you get the subsequent issues of Batman. If you still aren't sure, even though we're 88 issues into Batman, and you're trying to feel James Tynion out, you can comment pull Batman 88 with either the main cover or the variant cover, and how many copies you would like to order, and we will get that order in for you so that you get whatever it is that you would like. So that's how this works. That's what we ask you to follow here when we're doing the FOC Roundup show. You can do it right now while we're live on Facebook. You can watch this video anytime throughout the weekend and post the comments to this video. Shortly after we're done here, we'll also upload this to YouTube, so you can check out our YouTube channel. We're very close to having enough followers to be able to make the YouTube channel easier to find by shortening the name. But you can comment on the YouTube channel. Let us know if you're watching it via that platform. Make your comments on the video, and we'll make sure that we get all of that stuff added for you before the end of the day on Monday. Okay, so that's how this is going to work. We're going to roll through some stuff here, things of note, things to take notice of. First up from Dark Horse this week, we have I think it's the third installment of the Incredibles comic book series, with Incredibles 2 Slow Burn number 1. It is a 3-issue miniseries, and this time it looks like we're going to focus on Dash. If there's one thing Dash is known for, it's being the embodiment of speed. From fighting evil villains to simply eating breakfast, Dash doesn't do anything at a normal speed, and it sometimes is not the most ideal situation for the rest of the family. That sounds like my 3-year-old. When a new mysterious villain arrives on the scene, the family rushes to the city's defense, but quickly discover that they are at a disadvantage, leaving Dash changed in a way he never imagined. So 3-issue miniseries from the folks at Dark Horse and Disney. We have the main cover right here on my side and the variant cover over there on Dom's side. You can ask for either one of those and either pull them if you want them just a specific cover, or you can subscribe to that 3-issue miniseries. Excuse me. Okay, next up from Dark Horse, we also have the third in a series of books called Predator Hunters. So this is Predator Hunters Volume 3, Number 1. This is a 5-issue miniseries. And there's something that's really cool about this, because this series is going to tie into the first Predator story that Dark Horse did back in 1987. So Rafael Herrera was a drug runner until the fateful night when his men were wiped out by an unearthly monster. Now, as part of the Predator Hunters team, Herrera's worst memory is reborn. Cartel soldiers are being wiped out in the jungles of Central America, and that means the Predators have returned. This story links back to Dark Horse's first Predator series from 1987. 5-issue miniseries.
Do it.
Yeah. Kill me! Come on, do it! I don't even know where I'm going. Cover A on my side is by Brian Thies, who's the interior artist on the book. There is a special variant cover on Dom's side by Andy Brace, who's out of Iowa, that features glow-in-the-dark ink. So how cool is that? That thing's going to look pretty badass. When
it's alien ink.
Maybe it is alien blood ink ground up in there.
What he had?
What's that?
He had that, right?
Yeah.
Predator blood.
So, Predator Hunters Volume 3, if you were subbed to the first two, we'll probably automatically sub you to this one. If you didn't get the first two, but you dig the Predator stuff, let us know if you'd like to add this, or just pull a copy of the glow-in-the-dark cover, because I'm a fan. I like glow-in-the-dark stuff. Okay. From DC this week, James Tynion continues to kill it with Batman 88. 86 just came out this Wednesday. We still have copies in stock. Apparently it is sold out at Diamond, and DC is going to a second print of it. We have both the main cover and the variant cover still in stock. So there you go. Everybody jumped off, and everybody cut numbers because Tom King left, and what happened? 86 sells out. So take that, Tom King. I don't know, whatever. The conspiracy that will rock Batman's world continues to unfold as the Dark Knight travels to Arkham Asylum to get the answers from the Penguin. What dark secret does he share with the Joker, the Riddler, and Catwoman? Plus, the plague of assassins descending upon Gotham City is in its weakest moments continues. Will this be the moment when Deathstroke finally takes down Batman? The main cover on my side is by Tony Daniel. I like to call this other one the teeth variant because everybody is baring their teeth. You've got Batman, Penguin, and Catwoman on the cover, all and that variant cover is by Francesco Mattina. So if you want to add Batman, now is the time to do it, so you don't miss out on a copy, and you don't, we don't sell out. You don't have to get a second print, all that jazz. It's pretty badass. How about this? This is pretty pertinent. That we've got a couple of items from DC. The Harley Quinn, or Birds of Prey, and whatever the stupid title is with Harley Quinn in it. I think it's the third trailer dropped this morning, and it actually looks a lot of fun. Like,
I need to watch it.
The first trailer, I was like, meh. The second trailer, I was even worse, like, meh. But this third trailer looks pretty rad. And you get to see Black Mask actually put his mask on,
really?
Which I've been waiting for this whole time. So this is important because this is the Dollar Comics reprint of Batman number 386 featuring the first appearance of Black Mask. So you can have that book for $1.
There you go.
It's not...
You can read it.
Exactly. Nice copies of that book, I want to say, are in the $70 to $80 range. I don't know if that's gone up because of the movie and him being in the movie. He was in the Gotham...
He was in the Gotham
series.
Got killed.
But Ewan McGregor is playing Black Mask Roman Sionis in the in the Birds of Prey movie. So I can't wait to see that. So there's this reprint for $1. Let us know if you'd like a copy. Speaking of reprints, segues into the next book that we have up on here for FOC. We have the Green Lantern #1 facsimile edition. How about that? Hal Jordan's journey as GL begins in this facsimile edition of 1960's Green Lantern #1. As the new Green Lantern of Earth, Hal's worthiness is tested by the Guardians of Oa in the planet of doomed men. As he's sent to save the inhabitants of the planet Kalor from a beast that lives in a volcano. And in Menace of the Giant Puppet, why would you put the giant puppet on the cover and not that other thing? Because there's two stories in this book.
Clowns are scary.
You think Giant Puppet sells a
puppet clown?
I think the beast that lives in a volcano would be a better cover option.
People are more afraid of clowns.
Touche. The Puppet Master forces ordinary citizens to do his criminal bidding and targets Hal Jordan at the annual Coast City Parade. That's thrilling stuff right there. $3.99 for the facsimile edition of Green Lantern #1. That's cheaper than you're ever going to find a Green Lantern #1. So if you want a copy, let us know. Here's the other one, timed perfectly for the new movie coming out. We have in stores on February 5th, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey #1 of 4-issue miniseries. The creative team that transformed Harley forever returns to shake up her world once more, and this time the gloves are off. Harley Quinn has avoided Gotham ever since she broke up with the Joker and found a home and kind of a family in Coney Island, but when she gets an offer she can't refuse, she has no choice but to slip back into the city as quietly as she can, hoping to be gone before anyone, especially her ex, learns she's been there. But for Harley, as quiet as she can is pretty loud, and before she can say, "Holy bounty hunters, Batman," the Joker's sicked every supervillain in the city on her pretty ombre head, and the only team tough enough or crazy enough to come to her defense is the Birds of Prey. The foul-mouthed, no-holds-barred sequel to one of DC's raciest runs is here. Get on board early before we come to our senses. $5.99 is this first issue. 4-issue miniseries. Main cover is by Amanda Connor. There's also a variant cover by Art Adams, but we don't have the image for that yet. But that sounds pretty fun. That new trailer, I'm excited to see the movie after that new trailer that dropped this morning. So let us know if you want to add Harley and the Birds of Prey to your poll. Okay, next up from DC in stores on February 5th, we've got Justice League #70. This issue introduces the new creative team of Robert Venditti and Doug Mankey. Robert doing the writing and Doug doing the interior artwork.
Tinian was on this, right?
He was, for a little bit. I can't remember if he's going to come and wrap it all up. I'm not sure, but yes. The next chapter for DC's premier super team begins. An unexpected arrival from the stars brings a dire warning to the Justice League. A new breed of conquerors is on the march, led by Superman's nemesis Eradicator. A genetically engineered, superpowered strike team has come to subjugate Earth, as they tend to do. To aid the Justice League, Batman makes the unprecedented decision of enlisting an ancient, unrivaled power, which calls into question who exactly is in charge. Freaking Batman, man. Always doing stuff on his own. With
a loner.
He is a loner.
A rebel.
He's a loner. With the League on unsure footing, will they be ready to save the world? Main cover right here is by Brian Hitch. The variant cover on Dom's side is by Art Adams, and that is the actual cover. So we got one out of the two from him, and that's a pretty good cover. So Justice League number 70 in stores February 5th. I gotta have a drink of this. I featured this next book just because both of these covers are phenomenal. In stores February 5th, we've got Justice League Odyssey number 18. Yeah. Green Lantern Jessica Cruz and the new Justice League Odyssey have their first encounter with their lost friend Cyborg. Will Victor Stone's hidden messages be the clue to releasing him from Darkseid's deadly grip, or is Vic gone forever? How much is Jessica willing to risk to save her old friends? The main cover on my side is by...
I love that cover.
Yeah, right?
Thanos, man.
Yeah, you're almost, except he's got
not.
no fancy gloves on.
Need a glove.
That's right. Ladrone doing the main cover right there. The variant cover on Dom's side is by Scan, and that one is badass as well. So two awesome options coming out for Justice League Odyssey number 18. Next up, Scarteris, baby. That's right. Scarteris and frickin' Warlord is back. Travis, Warlord, Hollow Earth. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you, but it does to me.
School, man.
Old school. We've got an old school artist on the variant cover, too. In stores February 5th, we've got Young Justice number 13. Another Wonder Comics extravaganza kicks off with Young Justice searching for Connor Kent as the teen Superboy finds himself trapped in the mysterious world of Scarteris, the home of legendary DC character Warlord.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is a whole like Hollow Earth thing, and it's absolutely fantastic. Wonder Comics curator and Young Justice writer Brian Michael Bendis welcomes writer David F. Walker to the team alongside rising star artist John Timms. Main cover right there is by Timms. The variant cover is by the man who created Warlord himself, Mr. Mike Grell. So that's kind of cool. God, I'm dying over here. Okay, that's it from DC. We've only got one book from Image.
Really?
Yep, from Image this week. In stores on February 5th, we have After Realm Quarterly, number 1, from Eisner and Harvey award-winning writer Michael Avon Oeming and artist. He actually does both. Who's co-creator of Powers and the United States of Murder, Inc., the writer of Thor Ragnarok and Red Sonja, comes The After Realm, a new ongoing extra-length quarterly comic book. In the aftermath of Ragnarok, Una, an elven ranger, sets out into the post-apocalyptic chaos to discover the fate of the old gods. But first, she must fulfill an oath to a lost friend that could doom what's left of the 9 realms. So this one right here is $5.99. It is 48 pages, and it's going to come out 4 times a year. So, After Realm Quarterly, number 1 on FOC this coming Monday.
Quarterly?
Yeah.
What do you think they are?
I don't know.
Doomsday Clock?
At least it's not weekly.
It's true.
All right, here we go. We got some Marvel to get through here. Do some stretches, do some vocal warm-up exercises. First off, we've got Ant-Man. Ant-Man is back. Scott Lang shows up in a new 5-issue miniseries. He's back and doing better than ever, at least according to him. But his daughter Stinger and the anthill he's living in say otherwise. Get it? He lives in an anthill? Because he's Ant-Man. Desperate to raise his daughter's opinion of him, Scott takes a job from local beekeepers only to uncover a global conspiracy that could topple the world order. No time to call the Avengers. This sounds like a job for Ant-Man? Join the explosive creative team of Zeb Wells, the writer of Nova, and Dylan Burnett. And we have a cover right here by Edward Petrovich, 5-issue miniseries, Ant-Man number 1. I like the Ant-Man stuff. You know, they're always kind of fun and goofy. I mean, he takes a job from beekeepers, and then there's a larger global conspiracy. Like, that's just ludicrous, but it sounds fun, you know?
It's like, hey.
Yeah. Okay. Next from Marvel, in stores on February 5th, we've got Black Cat number 9. I keep hearing, like, everybody keeps buying Black Cat because of the J. Scott Campbell main covers, but the more I talk to people who are actually reading this, they say it's campy and cheesy, but it's a lot of fun. So this issue proves to be no slouch, as you can see by the main cover. That's Snicked Fury right there in the background. Felicia's gotten into some trouble in New York. Some may call it inciting a war, but we're not here to mince words. What's a girl to do? Go to Madripoor. That's right, the Black Cat and her crew go to Madripoor to steal the next object on their list. No problem, just another artifact that's in the private collection of someone named Patch. Uh-oh. Patch is Wolverine. Black Cat stealing from Wolverine, and this guest artist, Chris Anka, is joining the book for 2 issues. J. Scott Campbell main cover and a Gwen Stacy variant cover by Carlos Gomez. Let us know if you're not already subscribed to Black Cat. I'm dying over here, man. I don't know what.
Allergies or what?
It's my throat and the cough, and now my eyes are watering. This is going to kick off a whole month of Gwen Stacy variants in preparation for the new Gwen Stacy number 1 that I believe comes out either in February or maybe in March. I think it's in February because it was in last month's preview. So, main cover by Campbell, variant cover by Carlos Gomez. That's it. Next from Marvel, in stores February 5th, we've got Conan. So, Marvel keeps just shoehorning Conan into the Marvel universe, and this is the next little bit right here. We got Conan Battle for the Serpent Crown. Wait till you listen to this solicit. A deadly quest and a daring heist 5-issue miniseries in the Age of Marvels. Conan wanders the desert, and as he reaches the city, no Stygian temple nor Vendian fortress greets him. No, something far stranger. The lights of fabulous Las Vegas. Conan in Las Vegas,
That's
baby!
awesome.
That's like an Elvis song right there. Conan is far from home, and it's time for him to tread the thrones of the Marvel Universe under his sandaled feet. The City of Sin is just the beginning for Conan's solo jaunt by Eisner Award winner Saladin Ahmed from Black Bolt and Miles Morales. And Luke Ross, the artist on Star Wars Allegiance and Savage Sword of Conan, as the barbarian finds himself on a quest for a relic that predates even his Hyborian age, the Serpent Crown of Atlantis.
That'll make you feel better.
Yeah, I bet it will. But will his battle for the crown earn Conan his own kingdom or doom him to a nefarious trap set forth by Mephisto? Because as we all know from the Secret Empire, Mephisto is in charge of Las Vegas. Featuring a wide array of Marvel heroes and villains, this is an adventure you can't afford to miss. Main cover on my side by Mahmoud Asrar, and the variant cover on Dom's side is by Luke Ross. I love that he's just slamming an axe down into a roulette table.
That is cool.
Conan Battle for the Serpent Crown 5-issue miniseries. Okay, speaking of Conan, spinning out of the recent Conan Serpent War miniseries, we have Dark Agnes, number 1 of 5, in her own solo debut. Dark Agnes is one of the Robert E. Howard characters that is playing a supporting role in the current Serpent War series with Conan and Moon Knight and somebody else. Forced into an arranged marriage, Agnes de Chastillon took matters into her own violent hands to free herself from the yoke of a life she never wanted. Now, the woman known as Dark Agnes, along with her mercenary partner Etienne Villiers, I don't know if I'm saying any of that right, make their way through 16th century France as sellswords? As sellswords? I wonder if that's like Excelsior. On their way to join the wars in Italy, where the real money is. But when Etienne is captured by the Duke of Alencon's forces and set for execution, it's up to Dark Agnes to save the day. But what evil designs are being enacted on Agnes, and will she doom herself by saving Etienne? An all-new story following up Howard's tales. The swashbuckling saga of Dark Agnes in Marvel Comics starts here. Written by Becky Cloonan with art by Luca Pizzari. The main cover is by the French sensation herself, Miss Stephanie Hans. And the variant cover on Dom's side is by Becky Cloonan. So, Dark Agnes, 5-issue miniseries, starting up in February. Next, we have a one-shot in stores February 5th. We've got Immortal Hulk Great Power #1. The Hulk finds a new host, which is the Amazing Spider-Man. When Bruce Banner wakes up in the middle of the night without the Hulk, he thinks he's finally free. But the Hulk is immortal, and the night's not over yet. If you thought he was dangerous in the body of mild-mannered Bruce Banner, wait till you see him now. Peter Parker is a man with the proportional strength and agility of a spider, capable of lifting trains on his bad days. And he's about to get a big green power-up with a temper to match. This is cool because it's written by Tom Taylor, who knocked it out of the park with Deceased, with art and cover by Jorge Molina, right here on my side, and a variant cover on Dom's side by Max Fiumara. So $4.99 for that one-shot. If you're on Immortal Hulk, we'll probably just auto-pull you one of these guys right here. But if you're not, or if you're on Spider-Man and you like this cool Hulk Spider-Man crossover thing, let us know. We got another, it's technically an issue 0, but it's really more of a one-shot. Up next, we have Savage Avengers #0. This one's a little confusing to me, and we'll get to why here in a second. The looming threat of Kulan Gath reunites Doctor Strange and Magic on Krakoa. The fate of the world will rest in what they discover. So this book represents a pair of classic tales from Uncanny X-Men 190 and 191, written by Chris Claremont with art by John Romita Jr., but it's in the context of a great new sequence illustrated by Greg Smallwood. So they're taking an old story that's been around since, the 190 and 91, that was, when the heck was that? That would have been late 80s, I think?
Yeah.
Right before the 90s?
Yep.
And they're adding some Greg Smallwood kind of bookends to tell a larger story. So $4.99 for this one shot. It's technically issue 0. If you're subscribed to Savage Avengers, we'll make sure we get a copy of this in your box. But if you like Magic or Doctor Strange or the X-Men, let us know and we can pull you a copy. Main cover on my side is by Greg Smallwood. The variant cover on Dom's side, there's a lot going on there because it's by the master Philip Tan. So both of those are $4.99. Let us know if you would like a copy. We're almost through Marvel. Okay. This next one, this is the third time we've done this one right here. Not this particular one. But Marvel has a new Spider-Woman series that's coming out in March 8th. They are doing a Chip Kidd die-cut cover for Spider-Woman #1 that they're rush soliciting because of the time that it takes to produce the die-cut covers. So this is it. This is the die-cut Chip Kidd cover for Spider-Woman #1 that comes out March 8th. We'll go ahead and read you the solicit, but we'll go over it again when the actual book hits FOC. Spider-Woman is back and pulling no punches. Jessica Drew hasn't been feeling like herself lately. She's not a Skrull, we promise. That's a little weird that they'd shoehorn that in there. When the angry, irritable, and unwell Spider-Woman, that sounds like Dom, takes a simple security gate to help get her back on her feet, she finds herself besieged by unknown forces out to destroy everything around her. What's wrong with Jessica? Just how did she get this job? And who are these violent lunatics who keep trying to blow her up? Who cares? Spider-Woman have someone to punch. That's all that matters. That's so. Spider-Woman #1, the Chip Kidd die-cut cover, advanced FOC coming out 2 months before the book releases. So let us know if you want a copy of the die-cut Chip Kidd Spider-Woman #1.
Cool.
Yeah. Here's the big one. I'm excited about this next one.
Star Wars.
A Star Wars. A Star Wars. A Darth Vader. We have a new Darth Vader ongoing series. Why they keep just cutting it up and making it relaunches, I get it. Chris actually told me exactly why, because buying the new Star Wars #1 that came out 2 weeks ago, he doesn't need to know about the 75 issues that came before, because this one picks up after Empire. So it's a fresh jumping on point. Where if it were 76, he might not have done that.
That's true.
But it still seems like a little bit of a cop-out.
This is the third.
Yeah, third Darth Vader. Because if you want to count the 2 miniseries, it's technically the 5th. So, but here we go. Heavy Vader breathing. In the shattering climax of The Empire Strikes Back. That's great. Vader infamously reveals his true relationship to Luke Skywalker and invites his son to rule the galaxy at his side. But Luke refuses. plunging into the abyss beneath Cloud City rather than turning to the dark side. We all know that.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Hand. Whatever, I can't cut my hand off.
We need to wrap your hand with some green screen, because then, like this. Ah! Look, it looks perfect. That's what happened. We all remember Luke's utter horror in this life-altering moment, but what about Vader? What about Vader? Was he sad? Was he sad that his son rejected his plea to rule the galaxy by his side, his father and son?
Probably.
In this, we know he was, because he went back onto his Star Destroyer and he was kind of moping around the bridge, and then he reached out to Luke while he was flying around in the Millennium Falcon with a bandaged hand. In this new epic chapter in the Darth Vader saga, the Dark Lord grapples with Luke's unthinkable refusal and embarks on a bloody mission of rage-filled revenge against everything and everyone who had a hand in hiding and corrupting his only son. That sounds pretty good.
It does sound
right. Just a fury of red lightsabers, a Star Wars. But even as he uncovers the secrets of Luke's origins, his baby, I mean, what origins? You put your P in Padme's V, and then you had a Luke. Right? That's his origin story. Vader must face shocking new challenges from his own dark past. Writer Greg Pak and artist Raphael Iennico unleash Vader on his dark quest of vengeance and discovery this February. Main cover is by In-Hyuk Lee, and the Empire Strikes Back variant is by Chris Sprouse. So, if you guys don't know who Raphael Iennico is, come to the store. He did I had the name of the store, Symmetry. He did a series called Symmetry that he wrote and drew for Image a few years back. His art is phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what the inside of this book looks like, because if it's anything like his independent stuff from Image, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So I'm pumped.
Really good.
Yeah. Pissed that his son said no, he goes on a bloody revenge discovery thing to figure out who he is. So that's pretty fun. So Darth Vader in stores February 5th. Let us know if you want that on your poll. If you were on the other Darth Vader things, we'll auto put you on it as Star Wars. Fantastic Four and X-Men is next. Finally, from Marvel this week, we have in stores on February 5th, X-Men Fantastic Four number 1 of 4, Krakoa. Every mutant on Earth lives there except for one. You know which one that one is? It says it right there, yep. But now it's time for Franklin Richards to come home. It's the X-Men versus the Fantastic Four, and nothing will ever be the same. Written by Chip Zdarsky with art and cover, so Terry Dodson is doing interior artwork on this book right here. That's the cover that he did. That's the main cover, so that's what the inside's going to look like. We've also got a Mark Brooks variant cover over there on Dom's side that looks like it's going to be connecting. I tried to look up issue 2 to see if we had the image for issue number 2, and we do not. But I think it's going to be a side-to-side, top-to-bottom connecting thing that the Brooks cover is going to do. You also have the Chris Eliopoulos variant right there, taking a page out of Scotty Young or Peanuts or anything like that.
Is that Jelly?
Which one, on your side?
Yeah.
No, that's Megan Hetrick.
Okay.
Our friends up at I Want More Comics and Cover Alpha have her doing an exclusive for their Crimes of Passion book that's coming out in February. So Megan Hetrick, Chris Eliopoulos, Mark Brooks, Terry Dodson, all of those 4 covers are open to order. So let us know which one you would like. $4.99 in stores February 5th. Okay? Couple other things to get to from Action Lab in stores February 5th. We have the Argus number 1. Time travel is real. Scientific. It's cool because there's actually 2 independent books that we're going to talk about here that are about time travel. This one is way more scientific. The other one just sounds like a blast. Scientific prodigy Randall Patton has had a breakthrough that allows travel through the time stream, which immediately led to the creation of the Argus, the temporal law enforcement organization that polices the time-space continuum. After an accident renders one of the members of the Argus insane, he begins killing off the others, except they are all versions of Randall Patton from various points in his own life. Who can stop Randall but himself? That just sounds pretty cool. Argus is from Action Lab, Danger Zone, number 1 in stores February 5th. Here's the next one. I love this one. The title of this book is The Man Who Effed Up Time. Yeah. It's written by John Layman, who's the writer of Chew and Eleanor and the Egret, from Aftershock in stores February 5th. The Man Who Effed Up Time, #1. Sean Bennett is just your everyday, ordinary lab worker in a high-tech lab with a prototype time machine. And yeah, he's got the same temptations any of us would have about going back in time, just a little bit, just to correct the mistakes of his past and right some old wrongs. So when he meets a version of himself from the future who encourages him to do just that, Sean takes the temporal plunge. Only, can you guess what happens next? You read the book title, right? Yep, all of time is effed up now, and it's up to Sean to correct it, or else. Presenting a time-twisted sci-fi action comedy, a butterfly effect noir by multiple Eisner-winning writer John Layman and talented newcomer Carl Mostert, we've got The Man Who Effed Up Time, #1. I can't wait. That sounds phenomenal. I'm actually going to dig through my emails and see if Aftershock sent us an advanced reader copy of that, because it sounds like it's going to be a blast. This next one, I know nothing about. Apparently, it is a Netflix show, but again, it sounds amazing. So I'm going to have to go look this up. From Oni Press this week, we have Agretsuko, #1. Sanrio and Oni Press join forces to bring. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Agretsuko to comics for the first time. Agretsuko, the hit Netflix show in production for season 3, stars Retsuko the Red Panda, a young office worker stuck in a thankless job whose only stress release is singing heavy metal at the local karaoke joint. With the help of her friends, can she ever find the job satisfaction she craves, not to mention adventure and approval of her mother, and even possibly love? These comics explore all these issues and more, brought to life by today's top talent. Cover A is by C.J. Cannon, and cover B on Dom's side is by Troy Little. I believe that this is, I don't know if it's going to be ongoing or not. I know Ben asked that question in the regular post. There's nothing that indicates that it's a miniseries, but it very well could be. But if you want to sign up for that, let us know. Cover A, cover B, it sounds like it's going to be a blast. Also from Oni this week, we have a fun one that also, so that's actually 3 different time travel things, sort of. We have Backtrack #1, but the cover art for this is fantastic. Guilt weighs heavy on former criminal wheelman Allison, who led an illicit life that left her shattered into pieces. But when she hears about a massive cross-history car race that grants the winner a chance to correct a single mistake in their life, Allison will drive from the Big Bang to the death knell of the universe for the grand prize. So like a Mad Max / Fast and the Furious / Time Caper sort of thing. I don't know. It sounds kind of fun. It sounds goofy. The cover right there is by Jake Elphick, who's doing the interior artwork on the series. So it sounds fun. Backtrack #1 from the folks at Oni, in stores February 5th. Okay. Last but not least, from Titan Comics this week comes Adler #1. For Sherlock, there was only ever one woman. Now Irene Adler is on a mission to take down Moriarty. It's the League of Extraordinary Gentlewomen, as Adler teams up with a host of famous female faces from science, history, and literature to defeat the greatest criminal mastermind of all time. That sounds like it's going to be awesome, you know. Written by Lavi Tidhar, with art by Paul McCaffrey. The main cover on my side is by Butch Geiss. The variant cover on Dom's side is by Paul McCaffrey, so that's what the interior art's going to look like. There is also cover C, which is a Victorian-era book homage cover. And then cover D is the black and white Butch Geiss variant. So Adler, new ongoing series from the folks at Titan Comics. And that wraps it up, folks. Last but not least, as we do every show, here is your entire list of all of the books that are on FOC this Monday. So if you have any questions about anything, what you can do, should we walk them through it? Of course. Might as well, right? What you can do is you can copy this item code that's right there, like Dom is doing for the Ruby Falls trade paperback. Copy that sucker, post that into a new internet browser tab, hit enter, and the first item that's going to come up is going to be the search result for that takes you to Previews World. Previews World is the consumer-facing side of Diamond Comics. So you can go and look up all the stuff here. It's going to give you a synopsis. It's going to give you suggested retail price, when FOC is due and when it's expected in stores. So, for example, with Ruby Falls, April 29th is when that sucker is supposed to be due in stores. So, as long as you let us know that you want to order any of the stuff that's on that master list by this coming Monday, we can get it ordered for you, and hopefully it will show up undamaged and ready to rock. So, that's it. That's all we have for you this week on our show. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and take a look. Give it a watch over the weekend. Get your lists to us by Monday, and we'll see you next time. And make sure that if you haven't already, check out our YouTube channel. We just uploaded today a video about CGC submissions and how that process works. So check our YouTube channel out. Make sure that if you're not following us there, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell, ring that bell for notifications so that you get info when we make new videos and put them up there. So we did one last week about bagging and boarding comics and why it's important to do that. The CGC one dropped today. And then these FOC videos, if you're not on Facebook, they are always available for you on our YouTube channel. And you can, like I said, if we're not your local comic shop, go through this stuff and let your local comic shop know so that they can make sure they have the things that you want. So. That's it. I'm John.
I'm Tom.
Thanks. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys soon. Have a good one.
Panda, 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 panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just at the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family. Wait and see, look like a panda.